Hi, Recom. Gal morning, gal afternoon, and gal evening. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another Tip the Stream on a Tuesday. Brothers, I know, I'm still trying to get used to the schedule, and to be honest, if you were here last stream, I do want to formally apologize. So we were trying to do some co-working. I was actually trying to be very productive, which, it kind of worked out okay, but then my internet died and I cried, like internally, of course. No actual tears. Hello, dies on the spot. Tears were shed, but still, I was like, oh, I don't know what to do because I never really told my landlord that I'm their landlord, host, however I want to put her or frame her. I didn't tell her I was streaming, but is it weird to be like, hey, can you move the modem my way? Like, it's a very like quirky thing to ask, so I'm gonna just smile and nod and hope that if I did a little bit of adjusting with the settings, that life will be okay and stream will be stable, and then we have a really good rest of the week because tomorrow, I was very brave. I don't know if you guys got to see, but tomorrow we're doing Gallinair, so I'm super duper excited about that. And we're also gaming, but I'll talk more in details later. Later. Let me see my highs and lows before I get too into the groove of it, and then I'm like, huh? What? Huh? But gal morning, gal afternoon, and gal evening. Thank you, Rika, for joining me for another Tip of Tuesday stream. We are doing some co-working because I might need to do some things still for a stream that's happening this week. I may still have to do stuff. So I'm hoping to finish up with some things now, but thank you so much for joining me and your patience. For whatever reason, by the way, sorry, quick thing before I say hi. I put on the schedule that I was streaming at 12:30 today. What? What in the world? What in the tarnation? I am so sorry. And then I'm like, yeah, I'll stream a little bit closer to 4 because even though I work in 8 to 4, I've been getting out at 2. But of course today would be the day I get out like at 3. And I'm like, oh. And then I learned it was if you saw the post, it's actually my mentor's or my clinical instructor's birthday like next week. So I was like, oh my gosh, before I forget, let me, get like a little gift bag, buy her a few things. I know this sounds stupid. It's gonna sound so stupid, but I went to this like cute little local store that had like cute cheap good smiley face emoji, and they had really cute socks, and I know it sounds really silly. I think when you're dressed up in a uniform, having like a little pop of personalities with like silly socks is just so cute. So I got like a silly sock with a face on it. It's like very silly basically, and she complimented them today and she's like, oh, those are really cute, and I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. So I had to stop by the same store and be an absolute weirdo and get her the same pair because I wouldn't know if she liked the other ones. I just know that she liked the ones that she complimented that were on my feet. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get her a pair for that for her birthday, an energy drink, and then I need to find a nice sweet or something because she has an extreme sweet tooth. She was actually joking around earlier because she was just like, oh, my mom says I don't have sweet tooth, I have a sweet teeth. And I think when you're older, maybe you appreciate socks more. I don't know. It's like that, like a stereotype of when you get socks when you're like 8 years old. It's like, this gives socks. But then when you get into your adulthood, it's like, whoa, new socks. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm so sorry. Let me say my highs. If I go on another tangent, just like throw, I don't know, not a rock. My skin is too soft right now. It's the self-care routine that I've been going through. I won't be frail and break if you throw a rock at me. At least throw a very soft pebble. Anyway, hi Ripple, hi, welcome on in. Let's go. Also, gamers, I'm so sorry. I have my setup in such a weird way. I feel like I'm looking at you cubs like this. I promise I don't look like that, but like that's exaggerated, but I feel like that's how I'm like talking to you guys, and I promise I'm upright. I don't know how to fix this. Wait, let me try. I made it worse. How do I make it worse? Okay. Hold on. This is not a tangent, so don't throw rocks at me. I'm just stupid. You know, it might just be better to reset. Why can I not remember? Is it this one? It's this one. Oh, thank goodness. Anyway. So sorry. I fixed myself. I'm good. Anyway, hi Rubo. Hi, welcome on in. Welcome. Look girl, thank you so much for the head pat. Thank you. Oh my goodness, and thank you for the check-in. Hi 9volt. Hi, welcome on in. Welcome. Garfield, hi, welcome. Hi, Getter, hi. No! What's with the tip of dead emote? No. Ow. Hi Luna, hi, welcome on in, welcome, and MWC, hi gamer, hi. Galaxy, is stream really happening right now? Mod check? Yeah, a stream is happening, can confirm, unless, well, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I was just talking to myself. I'm not talking about like a schizophrenic episode, but you know, where you think you're live, but you're not. Like I saw there was this other VTuber, her name is escaping me right now. She has like a really she has pink hair. I know, I'm really good at descriptions. And she has like a very like rough look about her. Like she looks tough, but she's like a small girl, but she's a small girl, and her gimmick is that she has like big mechanical arms that she sometimes shows. But she normally wears like this meme graphic t-shirt, and I think she has eye bags. Anyway, she posted a clip, and it turns out that you know what I think is crazy? She ended stream on her just chatting screen, but she didn't actually press the stop streaming button. So apparently for 10 whole minutes she was still live, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's kind of sounding a little bit familiar. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if I'm like, yeah, I'm live, right? Where are the Cubs? Where are the Cubs? Huh? Ooh. But yeah, can confirm stream is happening. Now, I did change some settings with the bitrate, so I don't really know how that's going to affect the latency, if not at all. Smiley face emoji. But I'm crossing paws that today we have a really smooth stream. And I know kind of talking about it is like, Tippa, stop talking about it, you're gonna jinx it. But that's really my I mean, other than I have to do stuff, that's actually one of my other main motives of streaming today. I was hoping that maybe with the changes that today can be a much more stable stream. And if we have a much more stable stream today, then you know, that gives me so much more peace of mind going forward. Because I'm not gonna lie to you cubs, streaming obviously has become such a big hobby of mine that I've been doing for the past 5 years. And yes, I don't have to be streaming as frequently or as much, but the idea that, hey, streaming, the connection has become so inconsistent, I may just have to stop streaming out of things that are out of my own control, actually makes me so sad. And thank you for the headband, thank you. So I think that would be like worst case scenario. I actually tried to look at options, by the way. I told you cubs about possible Wi-Fi adapter or extenders, but I tried that in the past when I used to live like in a townhome. And I lived on like the 3rd floor and the modem was on the 2nd for God knows whatever reason. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. I think we ended up running a really long cable, me and my roommate, and we're like, yep. But there's this thing called Mocha adapters or something like that, which is something I'm kind of considering, but it's like almost $200, and I'm like, huh? And someone's like, yeah, you could spend $200 to get 300 megabytes more, and I'm like, oh no, I feel bad for asking the host, but I might have to intervene if for whatever reason the stream ends up dying too, you know? But I'm hoping that it doesn't. But if I told you the layout, you'd understand. Being like, yeah, Tippa, I could see why you have issues, but it's crazy. Let me see if actually I can multitask for a little bit. But this is not me multitasking. This is not me multitasking at all. This is just me. Did I save the images? Let's see. Yeah, I did. So my internet connection is normally like this, right? 120 download, 21 upload, which is like, okay, that's fine. That's actually fine. When I was googling what is an okay upload, people were saying like, hey, as long as you have like 5 to 8 upload, which I think is insane, then you should be okay for streaming. But tell me how when my internet was down, it went to like this, and I was like, so it's just a little fickle. It just doesn't know who it is quite yet. But I was devastated. I was like, what the heck? But in a more devastating, sad way, not angry. But we'll see what happens today. Sorry, not to keep talking about it, but I'm like, oh yeah, I have the images. Anyway, the 9-volt says, I hope my previous task is still up there because I've been doing it since Tippa's stream died. You're working so hard, gamer. So this is what I do. So normally, I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know, I'm forgetting my own study streams, but I'm pretty sure I would keep the task for the same week. But because I haven't really been doing study streams that frequently, out of habit, I kind of just cleared it out. So I'm sure your task is still in the super sweet bot, by the way. If you want to do !task, it should pop up. But if it doesn't, you let me know, okay? And if not, what can you do? I guess you gotta make a new task, okay? Okay. But hi, Paws. Hi, welcome on in. Welcome. Let me give you a shout out. Sorry, I felt like I had to like hiccup burp or something. Like, bleh. Makino, hi, welcome on in. Thank you so much for politely lurking. And oh my goodness, Myrmidon, hi, welcome on in. Welcome. Many have said that Tippa will never return. I waited patiently to prove them wrong. Now, several days later, camping with the same blanket ever since the last stream. Outside this decrepit electronics store with half-broken TVs, I'm the one who laughs. Thank you, Myrmidon. Hi, gamer. Welcome on in. Welcome. Thank you so much for believing in me. Thank you. Namdabusu, I see you. Gamer, please have a good one, okay? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Yeah, good luck with the oh, I can't see. The work boots? Yes. Good luck, okay? Hi, Z. Thank you for the check-in. Welcome. Oh my goodness, speaking of check-ins, hi, Zero. Hi, welcome on in. Welcome. Ramadan also, thank you for the check-in. Patty, hi. Tippa, hi. Patty, hi. Welcome on in. Welcome. And hi, Spuds, hi. Spuds, how's living your best life? Eating good Italian food and, well, good food in general. Welcome on in. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying your vacation. Oh my goodness. And Patty, I think, good luck with your task. Good luck with the new ASA email. Wow. Luna said, run a 10 meter cable across the house. I want to, but the issue is just, I'm kind of like in an in-law suite. Does that make sense? So I am in the property of the house, but I am in a completely separate room, separated from the main house. Smile. So we'll see. Smile. Now, don't get me wrong. If it was me sharing, like, you know, a room in the person's house, then it'd be like, oh, okay, hey, I don't want to mess up your feng shui of furniture, but I need to put this 10-meter cable in. The distance might kind of be a problem, but again, the internet, as you see, can be good, but it can also really just drop, and I'm kind of wondering what is like the trigger for it. There are other people who are also using the internet, but I don't think they're like super duper like tech savvy, you know what I mean? they're not gamers or anything like that, so it shouldn't randomly just drop so dramatically, you know? But again, I don't really know this part of this technology too well, so please forgive me, okay? Anyway, Licker, hi, welcome on in, welcome. Gather also seconds just running a big cable across the house. Blah. Gather also says, I mean, I'd rather not have to buy socks myself, so the gifts do help. Exactly. And you know, it's crazy. You know how many people I met who are like, well, maybe I shouldn't be the one to say either, but I just had some people who are like, yeah, I'm running these socks down, and I'm like, no, I get it. Don't get rid of it if it's not broken, right? But like, I've seen like really holy socks before, and I'm like, yeah, brother, the pack is like $10, right? like, please love yourself. Please get a new pack of socks. Please. Anyway, but the pair I got her is really cute, so I'm not mad. And I don't know, it's like this weird thing that I keep getting weirdly coaxed into, because this is like the second time my mentor during a clinical internship has had their birthday. But you know, for the last one, I knew her well enough that I just got an energy drink smiley face emoji and like celebrated her birthday and got like these stupid like happy birthday headbands, and I got her a little banner and cupcakes. Because I don't know, I think it's just cute to celebrate and acknowledge and be like, hey, thank you for everything, you know what I mean? For this instructor or mentor, I don't really know much about her because it's only been a week plus 2 days, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, safe options. Energy drinks, I got 2 because in case she doesn't like one flavor. Socks, and I'm gonna get her a sweet treat. I don't know where I'm gonna get the sweet treat, but maybe I'll look up, you know, local bakery near me or something. Or maybe there's like a good donut or cookie place around here? I don't know. I haven't really explored the area too much yet. I'm still kind of debating. I know it's only Tuesday, but I'm like, what am I doing this weekend, huh? And then I'm like, I don't even know. So we'll see. That'll be my goal this weekend. I have to find a cute dessert place. Myrmidon says it's taking every fiber of my being not to reading tipple. You're faring good. Today's a little bit of a shorter stream, so because anime night's happening at 8:30 and right now it's 5:30. I say shorter and it's gonna be still like a 3-hour stream, but like you know what I mean. You choose to redeem it if you want to, okay? Oh, I'm sorry, give me one moment. Sorry, I need to write that before I completely forget. Anyway. Lena says, why are you under the table? Sometimes I get really shy. Hi, Monte. Someone help her? I'm sorry. I help myself. It's okay. I'm an independent bearcat. When I get stuck under the table, I just pull myself back out. It just takes a few steps. Oh my goodness. Hi Ninja, hi, welcome on in, welcome. And hi Young, hi, welcome. How's everybody doing today? Brother, I don't know. No, I'm doing good. Today was a much better day at the clinic, by the way, or at the hospital. Monday, yesterday, I dealt with the worst patients. I was like, what the? Everyone was, oh my gosh, there was just, oh my god, I had this really rude lady. So she was here because her she got like a surgery a month ago basically for her hip, and then it got infected, which sure. Sure, that happens. Today happened to be kind of the theme of, hey, this surgery post-op, their joint got infected, hospital time. But basically she has this wound that needs to be cleared, but it's infected, and she was somewhere, but then they brought her back at the hospital, and okay, whatever, right? This lady, we come in and she doesn't really want to do anything, which is like fine, okay, but then she's like, you know what, I'll do it. And so I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I can respect this kind of level of stubbornness, right? But she's not really able to move her leg. She can move the other leg, kind of, But the other one, she had surgery a month ago, which is still relatively fresh, but she still should be able to move it more than she showed. Tell me how we spent 30 minutes with her, which was much more time than you should be spending, Smile, on like hospital in acute patients like this, because we have like 9 other patients. Tell me how it took her 30 minutes to move maybe 45 degrees of her legs. I'm like, ma'am, you need to move it. She refused help. She did not want us to touch her. She said she could do it. She just kept talking, getting distracted. And I was demonstrating. I'm like, this is how you're going to go ahead and get up. And you're going to move your legs just like this. And a big whoosh, And she's like, the way you talk is really good for children. I'm like, oh, thank you. I've been told that I should work in pediatrics. And she's like, yeah, well, it's good for children. I'm a 78-year-old woman. So you talk to me like that. And I'm like, oh. Ma'am, I just need to move. Please move. Please. Okay, lady, I don't appreciate your attitude at all whatsoever. You need to move. But at the end of the 30 minutes, I was like, oh, okay, well, we have other patients to see. We'll try again tomorrow, Okay. And thankfully, she wasn't here today. Oh my goodness. Goo Gaga, 70-year-old baby. It's so baby. Gosh, bless your patience. There's nothing you can do. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Cubs. I don't want to get sick. So they can't see my mouth. They only see my eyes squint at them a little bit. And I just say, okay. In other situations, I would have been like, But internally, because there's no reason of like adding flames to the fire, I'm also not really confrontational. I'm just like, okay, ma'am, whatever you say. Years of retail and fast food have built up my like resilience. Like nothing just surprises me anymore. But I just think it's so weird to like, not that you always have to meet people at their personalities, but like, why are you so rude? Again, that whole experience of 30 minutes was just not very enjoyable. And at one point, my CI left me alone in the room with her because she's just like, oh, it's so cold in here, my lips are chapped. And it's like, oh my gosh, well, if you get out of the bed, we could get you some chapstick. And, that could be like your little reward, It could be your little reward. You sit on up, we get you, you do that stuff of like grooming and taking care of yourself while you're up, because while you're laying down, obviously it's a little bit harder. Come on and sit back up. But after 20 minutes, we're like, okay, ma'am. But more personable. Sorry, let me be more recalling of the situation. We're like, okay, ma'am. Unfortunately, we have other patients we need to go see. We're gonna go ahead and document that you were able to move this much, and again, hopefully tomorrow we get to move a little bit more, okay? I cannot tell you, when she left me in the room, by the way, I ended up talking to her, trying to still get her to move just a little bit more. And I'm like, yeah, take your time and give yourself a little bit of grace. Obviously, you just had the surgery and it's very new. This lady literally shut me down, and she's like, I don't need the pep talk. And I said, you know what? I was just trying to have conversation, because you know what? I was just gonna stand here in the room in silence with you until my mentor came back. I will take a bow of silence right now. But then it was like that, and then God, yesterday was so wacky. But yeah, reward? I'm not a dog, ma'am. No, it's fine. It was for her, like, motivation. She didn't actually comment about the reward thing, by the way, which is crazy because she commented on everything else. But also, we had another patient who was so funny, but like more sad. So sorry, I will catch up with chat. Let me catch up with chat first, and then I have to tell you this other medical story. And this was all yesterday. So today we were really busy because we had a lot of new evaluations. But I'd rather take a very busy let's eval a bunch of new people today than whatever the heck was happening yesterday. Anyway, let me catch up. I'm so sorry. Oh, Penny says, Tippa, no, we gotta get some better internet. I can't wait for if or when you do get fiber. I think they're putting fiber in my area, but right now I'm not home. I am hours away from baby Peas because my school hates my guts. No, I'm just kidding. It's because of the internship and the location. And so right now I am with like a family friend who does Airbnbs. So they were able to host me, which was really nice and really sweet. And the internet can be good, but again, this is why I'm testing today's stream with making the bitrate just a little bit lower to see if we can have a more stable connection and we can have a good stream together, you know? But thank you for shoutouts, of course, Myrmidon, of course. Welcome on in again. Young Lord says routed along the lower part of the walls. Again, it's a separate building. Cables everywhere. Get that lane. Feng shui. Again, it's not my place. And you know, normally I'd be all about it, but the host is actually a minimalist. So I think the wire would really ruin the vibes. I see general chat. Let me see. Hold on. See general chat in the Discord. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, your fiber is insane. You have like, okay, this is so funny. Okay, Patio gets flexing their upload speed. You're telling me you have 600, I can't read, 761 upload? Listen, I need that speed, not because of streaming, but when, I think Aura has really fast internet. Aura was the one who was able to help me get the Breaking Dimensions ticket for the HoloLive concert last year because of her connection being so great. Literally a nanosecond or something to load into the page. To get those tickets. Having such fast internet is so... Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so used to growing up, or like I grew up with very like poor internet, because I mean, I'm glad and grateful I had access to the internet. Now at a young age, this might have messed me up in ways more than I realized, but that's a problem for my psychologist like 20-30 years from now. For now though, for now, you know, I'm very patient with a lot of things. Like back in my day, when I wanted to download something, I would leave it overnight on my laptop because it would take 8 hours to download. And I could go to bed and sleep for 8 hours. And you know, when you're downloading, everything's just chugging. Yeah, that was me. So it's kind of like, oh, I'm okay with 23 upload. It's fine. I'm able to stream. Great. That's all I really need right now. But that fiber, we'll see. Anyway, Robo says, I don't even know what to do with really worn down socks ever since they made it illegal to throw away fabric. Oh, it's illegal to throw away fabric? Like, again, I think it's okay to fix socks. I just, like, fixing up holes and whatever, very resourceful, reuse, reduce, recycle. I can admire that. But the person I was referring to who I knew had multiple and they just refused to fix it. And it was killing me inside. I'm like, brother, there's not like a recycle program in your area or country about like, with something? You can't throw away fabrics. I guess you just put it in a box and never look at it. I don't know. I guess there's really not much you could do here. I mean, in America, we just throw away everything. What's recycling, you know? But, I think there's, like, some programs that will take, like, used socks and they'll make, like, I don't know, dog toys out of them or something. I don't remember. But that's crazy. Illegal? Anyway. Myrmidon says, I'm saving Tip along for a rainier day. Let's go! Well, hopefully the day doesn't rain too much. I'm still looking super duper forward to it though, okay? Okay. Oh my goodness. Sorry, now I'm catching up. I'm doing it. Vivanta Chai, welcome. Thank you for the check-in. Welcome on in. Welcome. Oh my goodness. And Black Chai, welcome on in. Welcome. Big Bearcat hug to you. Welcome in, gamer. Happy Tuesday. Monte, I see your message and I respect that. She's actually one of the few patients who didn't have that, which is crazy. But she did have this other thing. What you know? What is it called? Is it called pure? I don't actually know what it's called. So, sorry, Cups, not to get super into it. Maybe I should ask my CI. But there's this thing that people have, right? Well, specifically, women. So you know how males have ties on the spot. Catheters. I feel like I'm not saying it right. Catheter. But basically, is it this? Catheters. No, I'm saying it right. It's just catheters. Catheters. So there's this thing that they use for women, which is similar to a catheter, and I feel like it's called like puricane or whatever. Purewick, it's what it's called, and so that's what they use for like the women ones. And I think that's so crazy. It's like a non-invasive thing that they just put between the legs, and it's like a pad that absorbs the urine. I had never seen it before. Okay, can I be honest with you, Cubs? Is this a super safe place as I get the picture for you, Cubs, so you can understand what my image is? Tell me, I haven't asked this about my CI. Every day is a new lesson. Every day is a new lesson. You're so right, bestie. So tell me how. So this is a non-invasive catheter for females, right? So basically the urine goes into the pad and it gets sucked up to the suction, whatever, there, right? Tell me how. I wasn't really getting a good view because I respect individuals and their privacy, and I just don't want to look at their hoo-has. I thought they were shoving this up for some reason. No, but it's just something they place between the legs, so that's crazy. The more you know, gamers. Otherwise, for males, they have like, you know, the tube that goes up the woohoo. Anyway, I look away. I believe that would be invasive. Yeah. That would be invasive. This is non-invasive. Woohoo! Anyway. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Patty Egg says, to be honest, it's typically over 1,000. You're crazy for both up and down. I'm getting fiber. As soon as is there fiber even in my area? Because you're selling me on it. But I like my internet service. I haven't had any issues with it. And they're also my phone provider now too. Smile. Your girl is getting that bundle deal. Fiber internet Bearcat Mountain. Huh? How much am I even paying for that? There might be one. I'll look into it obviously when I move back. That could be my little graduation treat. Oh, you get faster internet now. Now you could pay for it because you have your big girl cool wheel. But you're uploading and downloading a ton of photos and video assets right now? Oh my goodness, you're a gamer. But good luck with the test. Oh my goodness. Getter says Tippa's trademark 1 hour Zatsu before Pomodoro. It's my favorite. Let's go. 1 hour Zatsu. 1 hour just chatting before Pomodoro. You know, honestly, I kind of wanted to start a little bit earlier. Not that I was in any rush. It's just, you know, anime night's happening tonight, and I wanted to watch 4 episodes. I wanted to watch this summer that Hikaru died and finish Uma Musume because we only have 3 episodes left. So I'm like, Anyway. Monte says men have at least a bit harder on this at least. No, so instead of I'm sorry, you have to forgive me. I'm so sorry. I will make things as safe for work as conversation as possible. But you have to forgive me for words I'm gonna use. Anyway, so you know how I was like, oh yeah, the thing up the woohoo. So there's also a non-invasive male catheter that they also use, which is basically forgive me. These words are coming out my mouth, but I say these all in medical terms. But they also have a condom catheter that males have used, which is also like non-invasive. So you don't have to get the tube up the woo. That's not super duper effective, as I told you with my patient who may have been leaking in the hallway. But that's about it. Anyway. But Nineville says, if my doctor ever said woohoo, I think I'd kill myself in my own mind. Don't do it. Don't do it. Never kill yourself. Actually, Cubs, Ryan wouldn't be mad, right? Hold on, I'm gonna leak our DMs really quick because that reminds me of something. Hold on. I'm gonna leak our DMs while I catch up with chat. Rebel says, I've never seen one of those before. You learn something new every day. Yeah, me too. Again, I was shocked. Because they would just shove them up there, and I thought they were like really shoving them. It's like, no. But yeah, it's a super padded pad. But I think there's an invasive one for women's too. Yeah, but most of these are non-invasive because a lot of these are like an older population who end up ending in the hospital. Or like even the slightly younger people end up being like more post-op, you know? Did she just use the contraceptive word? I know, I'm sorry. Ever since I watched that episode of Panty and Stalking yesterday, I've just been a different person, which by the way, I am so sorry. You know, it like doesn't bother me, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, if you know what I'm talking about, I'm also sorry. that last episode was just so uncensored. I can't believe that was Fran's like first time watching Panty and Stalking. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh, they're just look away. The pop noise was killing me. I was like anyway. Monty says we know now, so we can just ask for the oh my gosh. Clubs, close your eyes. Yeah, Clubs, close your eyes, please. Anyway. Urethra. Anyway, okay. Anyway, let me leak my DMs really quick before I completely go super off topic because I need to get away from that topic. Anyway, so Ryan is so funny because sometimes she'll just message me and she says I love you. I'm like, Cubs, can I be open in my own stream? It's not that I didn't grow up saying I love you, but you know, I like to show that I even though I don't get to say I love you a lot to those who mean so much to me, you know, I like to do interactions. I'm such a like a acts of services kind of gal, you know. So even if I don't say it, I'm like, I hope you feel it, you know. I do XYZ for you, teehee, you know. But Ryan will randomly say like I love you, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So she sent me this message and she's like, hey, did you know I love you? That's all, thanks. I'm just so glad that you're my best friend. And because she sends it out of nowhere, sometimes I'm like, brother, don't kill yourself. JK, well, no, not to kill yourself. Like, don't do that, as I say it the most joking way possible. But you know, it's just one of those like messages. Yeah, the red flag message of like, why is she saying this out of nowhere? Is she okay? Don't kill yourself. Anyway, hi, welcome. Anyway, no, but I had to call her. I had to be like, hey, I'm sorry. Did I ruin the mood? I want to call you to say. I mean, I told her I loved her in text too, but I told her like, you know, I called her and then she didn't answer, and then of course she called exactly at 8:30 when anime night was starting. So if the early Cubs were there, you know why I disappeared for a random moment of time. I'm like, hey, I thought you just stopped responding to me because you were upset that I told you not to kill yourself and not just saying I love you back. So I want to clarify, I just thought it was funny and a joke. But I want you to also know that you're appreciated. We should go meet up sometime because I haven't seen her since birthday? I feel like I've seen her before or a little bit after, but it's been July, August that I haven't seen her, so I cry every single time. Anyway, Monty says Ryan does sound like that in person. She just say that out of nowhere. Yeah, no, she is. And it was so funny because she said like, hey, like the story behind it's really cute. So I will bring up this story. Let me catch up with chat though. Zero's like Tippa love or Tippa angry. Paws says the thank you for everything text at 2 a.m. Sometimes it feels like that. Ryan is not suicidal by any means, but at that time I was just like, oh, it would be so funny to just hit her with one of these. Anyway, I hope Ryan says melting. Me too. I told her, yeah, that's literally the next line after. But I love you too. I hope you're well and not melting. You're welcome to visit anytime, even if I don't know this area. We can explore it together. Oh no. Luna, good luck with the art. Thank you for adding the Tippa scream. The urgency in the task list really shows. But Robo says the Tippa is a parasocial, then what does that make Ryan? I actually don't know. I don't know, I'm pretty parasocial. It's very unfortunate. Check says, Galmer, how's the studying going? Oh, I'm still yapping, forgive me. I will study, literally ask me like in 20 minutes and I got you, gamer. Monte says, Ryan's driving the car one day. Don't you think my life is not very cash money? Speeds up, I would cry. No. Anyway. So Ryan actually sent me this message. Because, so are you guys familiar with musicals? I'm not that familiar with musicals, so you'll have to forgive me. But, when we went to New Bearcat City for the Breaking Dimensions concert, which is crazy that I mentioned this twice already, one of the things I did was to surprise her because she really likes musicals. Like, really, really likes musicals. And me, I'm like, oh, I know Hamilton. And I watched Chicago in high school because that was a high school drama play. Like, my knowledge is very, very, very little. But she's really into it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna go to New Bearcat City and not see like a Broadway musical? Very bougie. Yeah, I know. Which ones? I got you in just a moment. But Luna says my birthday's tomorrow and I've done nothing about it. Let's go! Sorry, I have to like make sure my screaming does not get to any neighbors. But Luna! Happy hecking birthday, gamer! Okay, because I am streaming tomorrow, but in case I completely phase out of existence because, you know, when you do collabs, your brain goes somewhere else. I was just singing happy birthday now, okay? And a 1, and a 2, and a scooty-doo-doo. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Luna. Happy birthday to you. Bum bum. And many more. Blah, 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 blah. And it's okay about not doing anything for your birthday. As long as you eat something really nice and you give yourself like a very chill day. Literally all I asked for. Yes, me. I get to dictate your birthday now. But seriously, happy hacking birthday. I do hope you get to do something, even if you don't get to do it tomorrow on your birthday, because it is a weekday and sometimes that could get pretty iffy. I hope you get to do something this weekend for sure, for sure. And Trick, thank you so much for the 7 stream streaks. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. My birthday was way past. It was on the 8th? Oh, brother, that was 8 days ago. Basically, a week plus 1. And a 1, and a 2, and a Scooby-Doo-Doo. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday to you. Happy belated birthday to Ivy. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to you, Pampa. And many more, but on time. Blah, 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 blah. I hope that counts. There's so many birthdays in September. Happy birthday to all the September babies. Happy birthday to everyone, because again, I think we should celebrate life. Because life has such beautiful moments, like when you get to go to New Bearcat City with your best friend Ryan, and and so have you seen those like TikToks or like the gimmick of where when someone plans a trip, there's like the person who plans everything and like the friends who kind of go along with it? Literally, Ryan is the type who would just go along with it. Like, literally doesn't even know what's in the itinerary. And she's just like, I have full faith in you, Tippa. And I'm like, okay. Okay, sure, cool. Sure. Anyway. So, I planned some stuff because she's not that familiar with Bearcat City. She, like, went when she was, like, younger. Like, I'm talking about single digit age here. Sorry, that sounds weird to say, but like, I don't know, before she was 10, 9 or younger. And I feel like when you're a 9 or younger year old, you don't really appreciate trips or vacations as much. Like, yeah, it's probably cool, but I don't remember anything. I don't actually remember my childhood. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway. But yeah, so going back, again, her as a big musical person, I think it'd be such a shame if we didn't go. So this day, I kind of forget how it was planned. I forgot what we did in the morning, but I got to meet I don't know if I got to meet Aura because they were also going to the Breaking Dimensions concert, and we got to eat like, you know, nice little like snack and everything. And then I'm like, oh shoot, we have to go. We have to go because sorry, Aura, me and Ryan have to go because we have this restaurant that I want to go to, and I want to get something before it closes. Ryan, again, not knowing anything. And so we say bye to Aura. We get to see her later because that, I think, was like the day before the Breaking Dimensions concert. Yeah, because it was like a Saturday. And then Sunday we peeked at the con. Oh my goodness, actually. Did we get a pass? Whatever. Anyway, not the point. The point is, it was so funny because I have like the GPS open and Ryan is just a little tired, and I'm like staring down at the GPS to make sure we make it on time because the play starts at 7:30-ish, but seats open at 7 and it's like 6 something, and I'm like, okay, gotta make it. But I'm getting confused because your girl is stupid. I will never demean myself. I say stupid in a haha very light-hearted way. My self-esteem's not that low, don't worry. But when you're in New Bearcat City, there's an uptown and a downtown. Your girl is like, oh my gosh, you know, we don't have uptowns from where I am. What the heck is uptown? I only know downtowns. Would you laugh at me if it was at that very moment I'm like, oh, uptown north, downtown south. And not just downtown being like, you know, like the city center area, you know? Uptown girl? Yeah, no, I didn't think about it at all. I was like, yep, that's uptown, or that's more city, you know? But I feel like in other places that are basically not New Bearcat City, it's kind of like, oh, we don't really have an uptown, you know? Breaking Dimensions at Tippa. What? Anyway, the Ryan grilling? No. But basically, I get a little lost because I'm like, oh my gosh, what train do we take? Is it the uptown one or the downtown one? Well, Times Square is downtown, right? But from where we were, it wasn't. So we ended up going the wrong way for just a brief moment. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Ryan. And she's like, no, it's good. And it's like so funny. And we get to see a giant rat. Very funny stuff. Anyway, New York. But you know, she thinks we're going to this restaurant because I'm like, yeah, it's kind of by our hotel of where we're staying. No worries. And then we turn the street and it's just this giant sign of Hadestown. So I actually was not familiar with the lore of Hadestown. Like, I kind of am or not, and please forgive me, I actually don't know the characters' names because I'm not into mythology that much. Not because I hate it, I just never really got into it. But it's the story where the guy goes to hell. Sorry, hack. And basically it's like, my lover is here, and Hades is like, yes, your lover is here and you can go back with her out of the depths of heck, only if you never turn back. You just have to go back up to the real world, your human world, your whatever. I'm so sorry, I'm butchering the story. And you can never look back, because if you do look back, she'll stay here in heck forever. And so it's like a whole like trust system or something like that. And that was the vague interpretation I knew about Hadestown, but I knew nothing about it previously. So I was like, oh wow. So Ryan is so funny because she's like, oh my gosh, Hadestown, I have to go take a picture for my sister. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, go ahead, take a picture. And she takes the picture and I'm like, okay, we're here. And she's like, what? And she's like, yeah, get in line, we're here. And it's a line for the people trying to get their early seats for the Hadestown. And she's like, oh my gosh, really? It was so cute. You see what I say about acts of services? But that whole backstory is just to tell you basically that she heard a song from Hadestown, and then she just got reminded to that moment that we had last year, and she's like, oh, I love you. And I'm like, oh my gosh. You're welcome. But it was so good. I think I have like think I actually posted a picture on Twitter a while back, so now I just have to go a year ago into my media? Easy. Or maybe if I look at Tipa... I don't think I actually put the term New York. If I did, I'm so brave. Okay, I'll have to look back later on it. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, go ahead, take a picture. It was so funny. Hi, Pog Champ. Hi, welcome. You're so good at nerd cursing. Thank you. I don't know what I try to do, but I try. And that's the important part. Luna says time to play Hades. I do, so I could get vaguely familiar, right? So I have a better idea what I'm doing. Yeah. Again, I don't know why I never got into it. The story seemed really interesting, but Ooh. Oh, I think I have the photos. Hold on. She's so funny. She is so funny. Sorry, I looked at the pictures again. Epic surprise, Tipa. That was so sweet. Yeah, no, honestly, it's like the least I could do. Because the tickets weren't really, don't get me wrong, Cubs. I am very frugal and I have a budget for sure. But like, I feel like for a Broadway show, I think the tickets weren't expensive for a live performance and having that like memory and experience. But here's the poster, by the way. Here's the one that she's like, oh, let me go take a picture. She's so funny. Musical tickets are so expensive, especially the popular ones. Yeah, I was actually like hold on. There you go. Yeah, so that's let me there you go. Ta-da! But yeah, Ryan's happiness, priceless. Exactly. Because like, when else are you gonna do this? And when else are we really gonna go back to New Bearcat City, you know? So this is the poster of the Hades town, and then in the back, basically, where's my... Not that I really need the tooth cursor, but you know, I need the gimmick. Why is the tooth cursor so big? Who did this? Okay, so my tooth is actually gonna blend in with the background. My wisdom tooth was actually still in me, I guess, technically, so it is a part of this moment, but why is it like... Oh my gosh. Anyway, so this is the stage basically, and we took pictures of our little acrylic charm to be like, we're here and we saw the play here. How fun, how cute, how exciting. And it's really cute and how resourceful these musicals are, because it is a relatively small stage. You see the lights here and the lights here, but they made a, I don't know, like the levels of it that you cannot see, just use your imagination. And the stage, there was like a little circle that spun here. So nice. So cute. I'm gonna explode. Don't do that. Don't do that. Anyway. Alright, gamers. But if you're curious, I guess. If you're curious or nosy, you can see the New York trip here. I basically, anytime I do a little trip, I like to take as many photos as I can. Unfortunately, obviously, there's only some photos I can take and some photos that I cannot. And some photos that I actually took a photo and then realized it said no photos, but I had already uploaded it, so woe on me. It sounds like a good time. It was a year ago. That's why I need to relive this. I need to get back on that same, like, I don't know, thrill again. But again, I guess that's what Okai was for me this year. But I want it again. I want to socialize. And I'm not an extrovert by any means. Socializing doesn't really do too much, but being in good company with good friends and eating good food and having good memories, you know, means so much to me. So I would like to do it again. And I may get too soon. Maybe at the end of the year. Maybe I have something up my sleeve. Or at least, you know, a little celebratory, like, yay, I'm done with my internship and I get to go back home. Or, oh, wow, you know, end of the year, Pog. Oh, yeah, wait, Trick, wait, pause. How was V-Expo? Wait, hold the phone. I enjoy Cons 2, need more, brother. How was V-Expo? I'm so sorry I wasn't delusional enough. TLDR, Cubs, really contemplating if I hated myself about going to a place I wasn't familiar with to meet people I've never met before. But, you know, we're all friends because we're VTubers, right? to travel to a country I've never been to before for a $700 round-trip ticket from Wednesday to the Sunday I was supposed to move from home to my new place just for VTubers. Oh my gosh. The expo was so good other than a few technical issues. Plenty to see and do and spend all my money on. I hope you had a really good time, and I hope the artist alley was really, like, what do you call it? Had some good variety. I saw a post that someone had a bad time, like, merchant wise, and I felt a little bit bad, but it seemed like everyone else did really good too, you know? Oh my goodness. Oh, no worries, Atomic. Hi, Tip. Looking for now because my computer keeps trolling me saying that my internet keeps buffering. Brother, unplug the hacker. Unplug the hacker, plug it back in. But you have to wait a minute, okay? Unplug, wait 60 seconds or 1 minute, quick math, and then plug it back in. But I hope it gets fixed before anime night. And speaking of anime night, I need to go. Alright, gamers, so this is what we're gonna do, okay? Okay. Huh? What? Luna says, hey, Costco's issuing a recall for exploding wine bottles. Yours wasn't from there, right? No, I don't have a Costco membership. Not yet. They had a really good deal that they put in October last year, and I was just so nervous because I'm not gonna lie to you, because as frugal as I can be, I also don't really like things going to waste. Smile. So I feel like when you go to Costco, a lot of these things are in like big bulk, and for like one bearcat, like it's good for like toilet paper, but like food, I'm like, huh? What? I have to pay, what is it, like $60 for a membership to shop there? I don't know. I think it'd be nice to have that luxury, but it's not a luxury I can afford quite yet, you know? Oh my goodness. Ivy says the task list reminds me that I have to play, I have to finish my diamond art painting. Go ahead and add it to the task, gamer. I'll go ahead and do my little thing, but feel free to use the super sweet button. I'll put it right here, okay? Robo says, I can't let it go to waste. Chug. Gulp, 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 gulp. I can't. Look, listen, this is literally a ticking time bomb. I spent a good $12 to $15 on this bottle of wine. I am not gonna let it go to waste. No Costco near me, sadly, in the UK land. Boo, boo, boo. It's okay. Come over to, I mean, they're kind of pretty sparse around America too, I'm not gonna lie, but, Hi Tazzle. You made it just in time for me to BRB. But, yeah, no, Cub, seriously. The forbidden stop. Anyway, let's use this time because we've already hit an hour. I know, an hour of yapping and an hour of the internet being stable. Okay, let's cross pause. Let's go ahead and take our 3-minute ad break, and let's use this time to stand up and stretch, hydrate, and eat and drink something super duper yummy. I'm gonna go chug some water and maybe blow my nose because I feel like I'm sounding like this. I feel like I'm sounding so nasally for some reason. And I promise I'm not getting sick. I think you guys would be so proud of me. I was so brave today and I got my flu shot because they gave it for free at the hospital for me being a student. I'm like, would you give it for me? Would you give it to me if I am a student? And they said, do you have a username with this hospital? And I said, yes. And so they just gave it to me. And they're like, it was so funny actually. I have 40 seconds. Anyway, they're like, okay, we're gonna email the confirmation basically that you got this flu shot to your email. And they read out this old email because I used to work at the same hospital many years ago, and they're like, at hospital.com, and I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, I haven't probably accessed that email in like, I don't know, 7 years. sorry that you're seeing that. And they're like, wow, you're probably gonna have like 8,000 messages. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm probably not gonna read them. I'm not gonna lie, when I see emails with big email counts, it doesn't bother me. Like, my email had like 13,000 messages at one point, so teehee. Look, out of sight, out of mind. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and BRB now, okay? When we come back, we're gonna go ahead and study, okay? And when I mean study, I mean co-work. And when I mean co-work, I mean I need to finish setting up for tomorrow's Gallionaire. I need to talk about that. Oh, is that the BRB button? Oh, no! Oh, let's get rid of this bad omen. And let me go ahead and set the raffle. And I put join. And I chug the water. And I make myself not nasally. Yeah, Vance is at the 39k. Wait, maybe I could... Hold on. Let me open my Outlook. Sorry, I'm waiting for the ad to play. As soon as the ad plays, I'm gone. I looked at my Outlook the other day for my old email that I've had for... Oh, you know, this is a later thing. I'll take a screenshot later. Bye! Meow. Alright guys, I am back. I hope you all had a super duper good break. I am here to tell you it is time to chill a little bit and self-promote before we get into this Pomodoro. So, yes, so as I mentioned, like at the very beginning of stream, yeah, this was the test stream, but also today's stream is to help me work on stuff for tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I got so ahead of myself. I didn't even say thank you for the welcome backs. I'm sorry, I'm trying to speedrun. But thank you so much for the welcome backs. Thank you, Robo. Thank you, Trick. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Nailo. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, tomorrow I am doing Who Wants to Be a Gallinaire with Hachiko Echo. They are such a cutie patootie, and I've seen, like, I don't know how to explain it. You know when you kind of know someone because they're like a friend of a friend? Well, I'm actually collecting friends, and so if I collab with them and my parasocial tendencies, then we're like friends, right? No, but Hachi has, what do you call it? It collabed plenty of times with Chio, and had done a collab with Ryan, like an art, like a Doodle Days collab. So, and then we also did the peak together. So I'm kind of like, wait, who are you? I want to get to know you. So basically, if you're not familiar with Who Wants to Be a Gallinaire, let me give you the super official premise, and then let me give you my secret motive. So the super official premise is that Who Wants to Be a Gallinaire is based off the TV show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where basically contestants have to answer 15 questions, usually increasing difficulty from easy to very hard, to achieve and try to win the holy amount of money, which is $500. But really the secret motive is, hey, I don't know what game to play with you, not because I'm not a gamer, but I realized a lot of my games aren't co-op-y games. Cries, sobs, tears. I don't really know how to collab with people. So I do this whole little trivia show, and I cry little tears in the back scenes, just so I can have cute people talk to me. And I can get to know them more. And it would be so cool if we like popped off king or queen, you know what I mean? So really it's just a very formal but casual voice call in public. Where I get to ask them icebreakers, I get to yap with them a little bit, and then the bonus is the trivia. So that's what I have to work on. I only got a few questions done, and I thought I was gonna get more done yesterday, but I actually don't even know what I did yesterday, so yeah. Why do you make this sound like a punishment? Because Naivo, can I be honest? Cubs, close your ears. Cubs, actually open yours. Cubs, ignore me. Cubs, actually pay attention to me. No, I have to like stalk through their profile picture, because I don't think it's fair to be like, yeah, let me ask you trivia about who won the football cup at 1988, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I need these questions to be catered to them. So there's a lot of research that goes down, and don't get me wrong, I love this kind of research. I love going through people's profiles. I love having that little hint of parasocialness with them, okay? I think that's fun because I'm nosy. But then I have to come up with 15 variety of questions about them? And then sometimes has to be like vaguely hinted at. Like some things are like, some of these questions are like very vague of like, why would you add, okay, spoiler, it's like, why would you add this heart question? Oh, because she talks about her anxiety and her heart beating a lot. So I think it'd be really fun to add a question about asking her like what tachycardia is, or like a high heartbeat. See, and it's cute like that, because it's like, Tippa, why in the world would you ever ask someone that who probably doesn't know medical terms? And it's kind of like, oh no, it's cute because she talks about her fast heartbeat a lot, so it's easy trivia. So it's not punishment, but it is time consuming. That's the only thing. But it, you know, I really don't mind it. It's not like I hope it doesn't come off as a, how do you call it? Me being ungrateful, or me being like a bother about it. You know what I mean? It's not me being like, ugh, I have to prep for this collab that I asked someone to do with me. Disgusting, you know? It's more like, oh, wait, I have to still do this because I probably won't have time tomorrow. So I need to do it today or I will die. So let's get to it, you know? Pogcam says, may I know what you ate and drank today? Well, if it helps. Oh, it's Taco Tuesday. I ate tacos. And right before stream, the BRB, before I appeared, I drank applesauce. Hope that helped, but not any kind of applesauce. Strawberry applesauce. Very, very tasty. Luna says, bait them into an Elden Ring 40-hour playthrough or Hollow Knight Silksong co-op mod. I'm begging on my knees. I want Ryan and Lulu to play Elden Ring with me. I liked Elden Ring, but I'm not like enough to like be a fanatic and be like, I know the lore about Elden Ring and whatnot. I just think it'd be so funny. I am in love with the concept of Gap Moe, and I think other people would be too. Like, you don't like seeing cute girls playing rough, dark, edgy, well, it's not edgy, you know, but a Souls game? Oh my goodness. But it is what it is, you know? I don't know if I'll ever get them to do it, but I just think it'd be so funny. It'd be so funny, and I can play the support class. I can be like a cleric to them basically by putting all my skills into Faith. That would be so fun, but I don't think they'll ever do it. Ryan has maybe humored me. Lulu plays Monster Hunter, so like we just need to keep pushing the agenda, okay? Got it, cubs? Got it. Oh my goodness, just a little hint. Trick says people research? Yeah, people research, yay! I'm so parasocial when I get to know more about someone. I feel even closer to them. No, but in all seriousness, you know, it's actually pretty cool to know about people. That's all. In a non-creepy way, okay? It's like, oh, this is what they like. Neat. Nineville says Tippa giving a person a pop quiz based on their visible interest. Oh, so I heard you like anime girls. Name this anime girl. Yeah, Taco Tuesday. Strawberry applesauce? Such a thing exists? Yes, and it's super duper tasty. Like, I like applesauce. The texture doesn't bother me whatsoever, but strawberry applesauce is super duper tasty. Rebel says, and for the final question, before you obtain the holy amount of $5 whole, who's the lady you were talking to at the laundromat last Tuesday afternoon? You said you were going to be home. You said you were napping. You said that's why you were ignoring my messages. Like, hello? Who are you talking to? Why were they so important that you could just send me a message? You could talk to her, but not me? What the heck? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Ivy says I haven't had a taco before. Brother, go get a taco. Taco Tuesday. I'm sure you could get a good deal somewhere for sure. Okay, coming. I need to work. I need to do this before anime night, before the cubs, especially some cubs who stay up past midnight. I need to make sure I try to start anime night as soon as I can. So let's start with our Pomodoro. If you're not familiar with the Super Sweet Bot or the Pomodoro or co-working, I have a bunch of blurbs here if you're passionate about reading. But if you're not passionate about reading, I think you should respect your interest in reading. Find something you enjoy. Maybe go into fan fictions? Anyway, but no, in all seriousness, but let's go ahead and get our first Pomodoro started. If you're not familiar, let me go ahead and explain. But I like to do some Pomodoro, which is a cool study technique. Ugh, nice. So for 45 minutes, we'll do focus, where I'll be muted, I'll blast the music, and for 15 minutes, we will take a break and rinse and repeat. Today's a little bit of a shorter day, so we're gonna do 2 Pomodoros. Yay! If you want to add your task to make sure that you are held accountable, you can use the Super Sweet Bot by doing ! task space or whatever the heck you need to do. Finalizing collab. There you go. This is how I'm gonna write it. So instead of editing clips, because that's not really my priority right now, I'm gonna finalize collab stuff because that's happening tomorrow, baby! And it's happening pretty much directly after work, so if I don't finish it today, I will perish. But I think 2 45-minute sessions should get me really close, if not done. So, cross your paws for me, cubs. I didn't get to do that much research. I have her debut stream open. But we'll see, okay? Okay. Anyway, but yeah, let's go ahead and we'll blast the music. I'm sorry, this is the same music from last time. I'm probably not gonna change it unless, you know, it stops. So I'm gonna go ahead and blast it, okay? Okay. Hi Samara, bye Samara. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and blast the music and we're gonna go ahead and start our Pomodoro, okay? Hi Tipanya! Hi Samara! I have to go work. I've been procrastinating for almost like an hour and a half, so please forgive me as I start this timer because we have anime night later and okay? Okay, I mute. Goodbye. Good luck, okay? Bye. Bring. Alright, Cubs, you hit the timer and you hit the sound of my voice, and I just realized I never put the mute icon, so people are probably like, oh gosh, she's like locked in. She's focused. Oh, whoopsies. Anyway, Cubs, we are done with our first Pomodoro. Huge pachi. So we got some really good work done. Oh my goodness, yes, we do have one more Pomodoro to go. One down, one to go, and we are almost done. I'm so excited, actually. I'm actually almost done. I have 3 more questions, but Cubs, I'm not really sold on the last question, you know? Does that sound dummy? I don't like the last question for the Galinair. It looks too easy. Anyway, I'm gonna still figure it out. I'm still digging for questions right now, but here's hoping for the best. But I hope you Cubs again had a very productive Pomodoro. Please enjoy your 15-minute break, aka 13 more minutes to go. Yeah, 13 minutes to go. In a few moments, because I don't really want to use the snooze unless I have to, we're gonna go ahead and take our 3-minute break where we stand up and stretch, we hydrate, and we eat and drink something super duper yummy so we can feel nice and refreshed for our second Pomodoro. And hopefully halfway into the next Pomodoro, I will find these 3 questions for Galinair. I am so excited. But anyway, Ivy, I hope you're working. It's midnight. Now you have to go to bed. What the heck? And thank you over the beep. And thank you, Naima, for the bring. I gotta roll my R's. One Pomodoro, yippee, huge yippee. Thank you, Trick. And Monte's like, she's mute for real. I know, I forgot. How could I forget this giant bubble in my face? But it's fine. Next Pomodoro, for sure. Yeah, it's the only Pomodoro, but for sure, okay? Yippee! That says locked in Galmer, honestly. Ivy said I got like 10 minutes done because I kept getting distracted because of ADHD. You gotta put it in the task list, which you already did, but you gotta lock it in and focus even with the ADHD. As I had Cubs armchair psychology diagnose me with this, you just gotta lock it in. Be like, okay, for 45 minutes I could focus, but you know, sometimes 45 minutes or this kind of length is not for everyone, so you try to break it down little by little. Maybe you need your own little timer. I don't blame you. If you look at the little bot guide, you can actually create your own timer. There's actually a command for that that'll show on the task list. Let me see. Yeah, if you do like your own little timer like this without the slash, then you should be, oh, will that not go? Without the dot. What? Okay. No. How sneak in? There you go. Without the minus, you should be good to go. Hi, Blood Knight. Hi, welcome. Chat. Hi, welcome. Oh my gosh, hi. 30 minutes study. Sorry, I'm trying to copy and paste this. Ooh. Hi, Gamer Chat. I promise. I can't promise. I promise my internet won't die this time. Even though I'm not editing clips, I hope you got to finish your task from the last time you're here. But welcome on in. Welcome. You're watching Arcane while you're doing your art? Brother, the show's good. Of course you're gonna get distracted. Watch a not as good show. Anyway, gamers, okay, in about 10 seconds, we are gonna go ahead and take that mandatory 3-minute ad break, okay? So please do take care of yourself, stand up and stretch, hydrate, eat and drink something super duper yummy. We will be back. You Cubs won't be missing anything because I also will BRB. You're watching Tipanya TV? See, you need something like... No, I'm just kidding, that's not me saying that. But obviously by muting, we're enjoying the vibes. Listen, that's not like too attention grabby. I might be moving a little bit too silly, but that's because I was stretching actually at one point, so sorry. Oh my goodness. But you're obsessed with Arcane? Turn it off! Turn it off! Activate your brain in another way so you can lock it in, gamer, okay? Okay, I go lock it in as I spin around in a circle for 3 minutes. I don't know. I'm gonna go stretch and chug some water, so I'll be back, okay? Okay. Here's a raffle. The Pomodoro timer's there. The ad displayed. Have fun spinning. Thank you. Whee! Oh wait, Cubs, I have to tell you. No, I have to tell you something before I leave. Well, I guess you just have to wait after the commercial break. Bye! Gao! Hi, Cub. See, I told you I'd be back. It'd be kind of weird if I left. Anyway, I hope you all had a super duper duper good break. I hope you did take care of yourself. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was gonna try to snack because my mama bearcat came to visit this past weekend, right? And she left what I thought was these shortbread cookies, but they were so messy. So I tried to get out the little bag, and I'm like, just a little 7:20 p.m. snack. And I like opened the bag, and it smelled awful. It wasn't shortbread at all. It just smelled like toast, which toast doesn't smell bad either, but it smelled like soggy toast. And I'm like, how is my mama bearcat eating these cookies? So I feel so bad because she left them by accident, and I'm just not that committed to drive hours back to be like, here, mama bearcat, I'm a good bearcat because you taught me well. Let me return these cookies to you. No, they smelled awful, and they just left crumbs everywhere. I was punished for nothing. Thank you so much for the welcome back. Thank you, Robo. Thank you, Trick. Thank you, Nineville. Thank you, Samana. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. I hope your spinning was fulfilling. It was, until I tried to eat a snack. Like, wow, all the spinning around and burning these calories is really making me hungry for. Ivy says I ate a snack. Good. Hopefully that gives you energy to continue. Alright. Gremlin behaviors? Brother, say no more. It's very, I don't know. I don't think I would, like, consider myself a gremlin. I think there's tendencies where it's a little off, but I'm not like a gremlin. I don't know what I am. I'm actually having an existential crisis. But it's fine, it's okay. Anyway, Cubs, I have to tell you 2 things before we start our Pomodoro, and I have 4 minutes to tell you. Okay, start the clock, speedrun time. 1, I forgot to tell you Cubs, I went to the gym yesterday, because, you know, self-care era, even though I've been going to the gym for the year, but whatever. I'm still adjusting to my new place because of the internship, and, I don't know if I got to tell you, but basically I went to my first spin class last Monday, and I really liked it, so I went back again. And the lady I sat next to, I ran into her on Zumba on Saturday. So I'm like, oh my gosh, see you Monday. And I realized we're just having conversations, and I was asking her, I'm like, hey, what other classes do you like, by the way? Because I'm still trying to find like a good routine, and I really like doing the classes. I don't really like going to the gym and, I don't know, sitting on a bike or doing the treadmill or Stairmaster and that's it. I like the sense of community, you know? And she's like, oh, but I like this class, but it's at 8:30. And I said, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know we just met. I gamble. I was like, wait. I let my body just wake up on its own on the weekends, basically. And so it's kind of like a gamble of like whether I wake up for that class or not. I don't have a gambling tendency or anything. I just want to let you know that you may not see me, or you may. Who knows? So seeing you guys gamble during the BRB, I was like, oh, I had to tell them this story. They're gonna love it. Those little gambling addicts. Me reinforcing the behavior? Yes. But no! Not the gamble all! No, you're gonna break the gal economy like that. No, don't hate it, it's fixed. She has the potential to be gremlin, exactly. Only potential, but I'm pretty normal. I like to consider myself pretty normal in consideration to the others that I've met. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. That sounds like a bad talk. I promise I'm not. I don't know what's normal about me. Name one normal characteristic now. I was gonna use school, but then I feel like, I don't know. I'm in a grad program. I'm professional. I'm so normal. Anything else? Like, I'm not sure. But yeah. But what else? Oh, another big thing. Ta-da! Cubs, I know this is gonna overlap with anime night, but Big Ham is definitely more important. It is the Big Ham World Emote Cup, and if you're not familiar with that, Big Ham makes all these beautiful emotes. Let me start popping them off. Like, listen, if you don't have a Big Ham emote, this is how I feel towards you, because these emotes are so beautifully crafted. The pixels, the emotion, you are required to show up. You are. So basically, Big Ham was taking these like Google form documents to suggest emotes, basically. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So people drew in their suggestion of what they would really like to see as the next Big Ham emote. So apparently there's going to be 16 contestants who will fight off against each other for the spot of the next emoji. So it's kind of like brackets, and we're going to be like voting for the next emoji. So exciting. So exciting. Hamless, it's okay. I think we have Ham Smash here. Like regular Ham Smash that you don't have to be a subscriber. And we may have borrowed off BTTV off her. But that's about it. But yeah, ham sheer, ham yada yada. Yada yada, yeah. They're so good. I also like, oh my gosh. You know, I miss Kiss-A-Hammy. Kiss-A-Hammy, I've been, you know, wanting to greet my mutuals with Kiss-A-Hammy. But I realized that's not an emote that Big Ham has, like, in her itinerary and her like emotes normally, so I'm like, oh, so sad, but it's okay. There's other good ones. So many good ones. I'm staring at them. I know, this is me right now. I have to get back to work. Alright, cubs, we have anime night at 8:30 p.m. EDT, so in about an hour I have to do anime, so we have to go ahead and finish up. Our next Pomodoro is 45 minutes. So this is my plan, okay? One, I do the Pomodoro. Second of all, we might play an ad towards the end, so we are not like super abruptly rushed. But then I'm gonna kick you cubs off to probably Big Ham, right? Because Big Ham will be streaming by then, by 5 p.m. PT. Yeah, we're gonna raid in Big Ham so we can see the World Cup emojis. Emojis? Yes. And then we go from there. Okay. But yeah. Alright, cubs, break is over, and break has been over for probably the past 2 minutes. But let's go ahead and add our task with the super sweet pop. Feel free to do ! task space or whatever the heck you need to do. I need to finish Gallineer because I have a collab tomorrow that I'm excited about, and I need to pull 3 questions from my mind palace. So let's go ahead and heckin' do it, okay? Okay. I will see you cubs in a little bit. As always, I will go ahead and mute myself and I will blast the music. Let's go ahead and have a little vibe together and let's enjoy our last Pomodoro together, okay? Just for today, we will have plenty of more co-working Pomodoro sessions in the future. Like maybe next week when I actually have to do schoolwork, and in November for sure when I start studying for my boards, and yes, anyway. Awesome plan, boss? Thank you. You know, this is so funny. Okay, last thing, and I'll acknowledge everyone else and then I'll go. That's so weird seeing the word boss. That's it. I'm sorry, there's a story. Basically, I feel like, for my internship, basically we walk patients, like we help them walk safely and assist them and all that, and we like to tell them you're the boss, and I'm like, oh, so you're telling me I'm the boss now? That's crazy. And then I haven't said it in a hot minute, so I'm like, oh, tu es jefe in Spanish. Gamer, what the heck? Hi gamer, hi raiders, welcome. Thank you so very much for the raid. Welcome raiders. My name is Tipanya. Nice to meet ya. Sorry, it showed that I was muted before. I was just a voice in your head. Does the voice in your head and then the voice outside your head sound about the same? Nice. Anyway, thank you so very much for the raid. Welcome. My name is Tipanya. I'm a bearcat VTuber. I do the gal, I do the nya, and it's very nice to meet ya. I hope you are all doing super duper well. If you have to raid and run by any means, please feel free to take care of yourself. Make sure to stand up and stretch, hydrate, eat and drink something super duper yummy. But I hope you had a ton of fun with the more dead person assistant game. Yes, mortuary. Oh my gosh, I cannot say words right now. That's spooky. That's a scary game. Who put you up to that? Unless it was you, then I love the adrenaline rush myself. If no one put you up to that, take that answer. If someone put you up to that, name and shame them. Because that game is spooky. I feel like it's a bunch of like jump scares, right? Oh my gosh. Chat voted? Heck your chat. No, in a good way, in a loving, welcoming way if this is their first impression of me, and yeah. I hope you got to enjoy as much as you can. Oh my gosh, please, whatever you need to do to bring the heart rate down. We're doing some co-working right now. I'm actually working on some stuff, not last minute because it's the day before, but I have a little game show that I'm running tomorrow called Who Wants to Be a Gallionaire, based off the TV show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where I collab with cuties, wink wonk, wink wonk, wink wonk, wink wonk, because I want to get to know them, wink wonk, wink wonk, wink wonk, but it takes a little bit of a setup, so like my little like queue of cute people I want to like collab with, it's not long, but it's just like, so yes, I'm just setting up for that. But basically I set up this little cozy corner of the internet for my stream to do a little bit of co-working body doubling things. So if you're in the mood to co-work, even though we're only doing one more session for 45 minutes, feel free to add your task here. But yeah, let me go ahead and save my highs as well, by the way. Shadowpark, thank you so very much for the follow, by the way. Welcome to the Cub Club. Welcome and welcome on in. Welcome. Goomba, hi, welcome. Puffins, of course, hi, welcome. Duo, hi, welcome. Welcome. Ooh, Britain, hi, welcome. Nicole's hi, welcome. Vihoyer, welcome. Olive, hi, welcome. Blue Mega Banana, hi, welcome. Cute ears, thank you. The biggest of hams who's running an emo, what do you call it, cup tournament basically for a new emo, gave me some ear physics. Wow, I love flying. More true, airy. Shadow, you're a lifesaver. Thank you so much. But Murder, please have a good one as well. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. See you later, gamer. See you later. Blue says I totally voted for SpongeBob. See, that would have been cute and lighthearted and then like nostalgic, like, oh yeah, SpongeBob. But Ivy, good job finishing your task. Ta-dang. I got your name right. Let's go! Oh my goodness. Oh, you're good, Ivy. So all you have to do is do exclamation mark done, and it should, what do you call it, close it out. So you're good to go, okay? Okay. But yeah, so the gamers and raiders who came on in, like I said, we're doing some co-working. I love Pomodoro. I love the Pomodoro technique. That giant paragraph is just to say we do 45 minutes of locking it in, and then we do a 15-minute break in between. Unfortunately, today's a little bit of a shorter stream. Ignore the 2.5 hour uptime. I definitely been up for that long, and definitely that's a long enough stream. But normally for these Pomodoro or co-working, body doubling, however you want to say it, we normally do like 4 sessions. But they're putting me to work at an internship, and I work full time, so it's a little bit tough. But I want to get some work done because I'm really excited about the collab tomorrow. So I hope you are able to join me, and if not, no worries. But like I mentioned earlier, if you guys have to raid and run, no worries. We're gonna go ahead and get started with our second Pomodoro in just a moment, okay? But yeah, Shadow says I helped so many people by doing that. Some Aussies, Americans, Swedes, Finnish, several more. I'm glad you didn't take it as a negative. No, not at all. Honestly, I've been messing up on words like catheter and what was the other word I used earlier? Sorry, that might sound like a completely random word, but my internship is at a hospital, so I was like, oh, we were using this, haha. And I feel like there was another word I was struggling, but you know what? No more struggles, only success and locking it in, you know? I can't wait for someone to be the next Gallinaire. Me too. Alright, let's go ahead and do it though, okay gamers? So let me go ahead and, I know my beautiful voice will be gone, but only for 45 minutes. Normally I like to time out the ad, but an ad might play towards the end of the Pomodoro, so ad jump scare in about 40 minutes, smiley face emoji. But good luck with your task on reading the release posts. Oh my goodness. And Tamara, we'll see if they get those $5. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a different ad question, because again, I'm not really happy with the question I have. Catheter, cat-itter. Sorry, thank you. Catheter. Thank you. I said. Alright, let me go ahead and take my vow of silence. So, during these sessions, I will still communicate with you cubs and raiders through chat. But I might lock it in, so it might be a little delayed in messages. It might not be instant, but I just need to get 3 more questions for my collab tomorrow, so locking it in as we speak, okay? The music's pretty loud, but I'll raise it up just a little bit more, and I'll start the timer. Good luck, everyone, and have a good last Pomodoro, and thank you for the hydrate. I will chug now. Ta-dang! Bye! As I chug. Ooh. Bring, bring. Alright, gamers, you heard the timer and you hear my voice. We are done with our second Pomodoro. Bring, bring. Thank you for the beat. Thank you for the bring. I am like nail biting right now. Of course, these co-working streams are supposed to be super duper focused. Cubs, I need your help. Big Ham, again, who we're gonna raid in just a moment, had a tie for 2 of these emotes because right now she's doing a World Emote Cup. And the 2 choices are Gendo Ikari Ham or Ham Arrive Emo. And I'm so heartbroken that I ended up picking the Gendo one. But Ham Arrive is still filled with whimsy and joy. And the poll was tied for a little bit. It looks like Ham Arrive is winning now. I'm literally like trying to do my schoolwork, but I'm also looking at the poll and the numbers going up and I'm like, ah. Normally I'm not this distracted, but this is good content. But anyway, I hope you guys all had a super duper duper productive second Pomodoro. Like I said, today's Pomodoro is a little bit shorter just because we have anime night that's about to start in like 10 minutes. So thank you so much for joining me during this Pomodoro. Whether you've been here from the first or the second or somewhere in between, I appreciate you spending your time with me as always. Thank you so much for co-working with me. I actually got a lot done and I got the collab stuff done for tomorrow and I'm so relieved. So thank you so much. I also got some school stuff done, so thank you. I hope you all got to make some really good progress with whatever the heck you need to do, and though we may not be doing another co-working stream this week, I hope you do get to finish it up before, well, whatever deadline you have set for yourself or other deadlines that maybe other people have set up for you. But yeah, time is over. Robo says, but it's the Gendo pose. Imagine the widespread chat use. Imagine like the Yeah, we should make it 50-50. We Cubs love tying the polls. I was gonna be like, yeah, Cubs in chat, but that feels like rude to be in someone else's chat to be like, for the Cubs, you better not tie this. Oh my gosh. But yeah, imagine the or like the thinking. I love a thinking emoji. I use the study emo as like a thinking emoji, like yeah, okay. And I like to use the big ham, not the big ham, the Teru on Discord a few times too. But Ivy says, thank you, Tip. It's really helped. I made a big improvement on a section. Let's go! Let's go! Good hacking. Congratulations, gamer. Again, you keep up the good work and don't push yourself. I know you said you're nocturnal, but go to bed. Go to bed. Good night. Sweet dreams. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Da-dang. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up now, okay? We're gonna go ahead and raid Big Ham so we could also participate in the emote champ. But she's so funny because when I resub, she's like, oh my gosh, sponsorship. So I don't know if I should make like a raid message of like sponsorship incoming. But I don't know. I don't know how to be funny. How do I make sponsorship funny? We might just keep it regular gal raid. So boom, boom. The med student in the world? That's me. Hi, Chandu. Well, I'm not a med student. Sorry. Sorry to break the illusion. I'm not a med student. I'm sorry. Healthcare, but not doctor. Not medical. Wait, hold on. Brother. Anyway, good job by the way on your task as well, by the way, by adding the boxes. But yeah. Alright. Sorry, I'm staring at Big Ham's chat. I'm getting distracted. Let's go ahead and chill, okay? Cubs, feel free to... How are those 2 on the Big Hams gonna be like an emote though? Anyway, whatever. Anyway, Cubs, feel free to join the Discord. It's the official Cub Club. On Mondays and Tuesdays we have anime night. Tonight we're watching The Summer That Hikaru Died, but we're also finishing season 1 of Uma Musume. So da-da. Feel free to check out the Twitter as well. Feel free to check out the schedule. Though I don't really have my schedule pinned up. How do you say it? I don't have my schedule pinned up. I will be streaming again tomorrow because we're going to be doing Who Wants to Be a Gallionaire with, again, Hachiko. So please look super duper duper forward to it, okay? Okay. Feel free to also check out Blue Sky where I also have the schedule posted if you don't use Twitter. Also, in addition, I won't be streaming Thursday, but I'll try to be back Friday, maybe, depends. Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday I'm dedicating to Hollow Knight, but the times may definitely change, so ooh. Look forward to it, okay? Okay, we're gonna try to make some good progress. Hollow Knight's one of those games where I feel like I need to lock it in and sit in, and if I keep taking long gaps in between the gaming sessions, I will never get through the game because the game will get like more technical and I'll just like keep getting more and more behind. So, boom, boom. But yeah, you're already in the Discord, so I'll be there. I'll see you there. And Double C says, I question how some of them will become emotes. Same. But feel free to check out the socials. Feel free to check out the Discord, the YouTube. I actually uploaded a new clip today, so feel free to check that out, okay? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and grab a raid message. You know, I think I am going to put my vote for Ham Explode. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the Power Ranger reference on the right, but I don't know how it's going to turn into an emote. Alright, so Cubs, feel free to grab a raid message if you are subscribed. Thank you so much for your support. Feel free to use the Tipanya with the Gao Gao raid, okay? And if you aren't subscribed, no worries. Feel free to participate in the raid with the Gao Gao raid with the berry emoji, okay? Okay, Cubs, I have an honest confession. Hi, Woodsman. Hi, welcome. I contributed to the sorry, I'm like spilling my spaghetti here. Your suggestion is there? My suggestion is there. What did you suggest? Wait, I'm curious. Wait, did any other Cub do it? Or was this a smug? Was it a smug one, or you're just being smug? I have to see the image again. I have one there. Explodes? Oh, you're the exploding. You're so funny. Oh my gosh, the 5 big booms. Oh my gosh. My suggestion is I wonder if you Cubs can actually guess it. I suggested? Oh my gosh, I'm slurring my words. Suggested classic. Yeah! Yeah! How did you get that? That was me. It wasn't obvious. I just thought it'd be really cute if like me, Big Ham, like match, you know? Class. Because you kept asking what the Sorry. Sorry. But yeah, it looks good for Explode. We'll see how she does it. Hi, Ryan. Bye, Ryan. Ryan, we're gonna go vote. Ryan, I was talking about you in a loving way. I was talking about our adventures. You see this? This is my proof that I was talking about you. I was retelling the story. Oi! Oi! Anyway, if you guys are not following Ryan, first of all, what the heck are you doing? Second of all, go follow Ryan because she's gonna be streaming hopefully tomorrow because her AC is fixed because it has to be. Did you tell him about the don't kill yourself? Brother, that DM is leaked. I got it right here, brother. Hold on, did I save it? Oh god, help me. Transform, reset. Hey, do you know that I love you? That's all, thanks. I'm so glad that you're my best friend. Brother, don't kill yourself. I had to. But hi, Wizard. Hi, welcome. Yeah, I hope you're not melting, by the way. But anyway, sorry for leaking our DMs. I think you'd understand. Anyway, Ryan, did you know I'm doing Gallionaire with Hachiko tomorrow? That's all. just want you to know. That's crazy. I know. I'm gonna get around somehow, some way, slowly but surely, to every cute person. I will find them and I will collab with them. But it's going in such a slow, like, random order that I'm like, there's some people who I'm like, you know, a cute green VTuber who I've been staring at longingly to be like, oh my gosh, I would love to have her on, but I'm like, wait, I have to get her on in my imaginary queue. Ooh. Anyway, but I have to run off because I have anime night starting literally in a minute. The anime club, the anime cubs, they're gonna hate me. Anyway, I gotta go. What did we do? Discord, Twitter, we're gonna do this all over again. We're typing it all, taking it from the top, okay? Let's go ahead and grab a raid message, okay? I don't have a fun, witty message for Big Ham, but we are her sponsor, and we're gonna add, you know, just a few more votes to the poll. See, it would have been cute to rate for the first one because we definitely needed to break that tie. The second one, the explosion, Luna, chef kiss, congratulations. I hope it goes far. But I'm actually kind of scared. I don't know. I don't know what's actually gonna win. I'm actually really nervous. I have no idea because all the emotes ideas are pretty good, pretty solid. I wouldn't be mad. Ma'am Double C says thanks for the stream and enjoy the Umapion. Thank you, I will. Season 1's about to end. I'm so nervous. Horse girls. Oh yeah, I see you Cubs later, okay? See you on the Discord. Alright, Cubs. We're raiding, we're going, we're leaving, we're going. Let's go ahead and help Big Hand pick an emote. Thank you so much for joining me for co-working. Please have a good rest of your morning, your afternoon, and evening. If I get to see you Cubs during anime night, give me like 3 to 5 minutes as I say hi to oh no! Aura just raided. No! Wait, every time I raid, someone else raids. I'm going to cry. I always feel bad about a double raid. It will not stop me, but I always feel bad. Sometimes it stops me, but it's Aura. Me and Aura are buddies, so it's fine. And no, we won't. But thank you, Shad, for joining. Take care. Thank you. Take care. Thank you, Zero Soul. Thank you. Thank you, Rebel. Thank you, Luna. Thank you. Alright, gamers. Yes. What was I say? I'm stalling. I feel like I'm stalling. There's no reason I should be stalling. But have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening. Let's go ahead and vote for the World Emo Cup. I am so super duper excited to see what wins, and I hope you all get to participate. Okay. Okay. And also, when Classic goes, which is the last one on the bottom right, you have to pick it. Okay. But you're only picking it not because of me, but you're picking it because you really like the classic duck emote, okay? Classic. And then me and Big Hand matching with emotes, but I also like the sleeping emote that she has because, you know, technically, me and Teru, our emotes for sleeping match, like if you put them together. I know, how cute, right? So cute, so cute, so cute. I gotta go. Bye, bye, bye. I yapped too much. I can't even put the raid screen because you're leaving.